How many times have you helped somebody in this life, but when it's your turn to receive, you run away or you push away? How many times have you done that thing? Please come and tell me, what message are we actually trying to pass when we push for exhaustion instead of balance? What is the goal of when it's time to receive help? You now start running away. What message are you trying to portray? What message? What kind of inception are you trying to give to your head that it's okay for you not to strike the balance, that when you, as much as you give, you should be receiving too? I know that mothers are natural givers. We stretch ourselves thin, we pour, we sacrifice. Let's be sincere. How many times have you had to put yourself last and then start feeling guilty when you put yourself first? How many times have you ever been in that place where you don't even think about yourself? You're constantly thinking about other people. You're thinking about your baby, you're thinking about your husband, you're thinking about your extended family. When the moment you now start thinking about yourself, that's when you start feeling guilty. How many times? When is this going to stop? That you even get to the point of feeling guilty just because you are considering your own needs. Your own needs. Because tell me how you're going to pour into something when you don't have anything. Have you ever seen an empty vessel pour into another empty vessel? No. Tell me. Let me tell you something very important that you don't know. Whenever you choose yourself as a mother, in whatever circumstances, your brain is receiving it to trust yourself. It starts building trust in yourself. It starts building trust to you. It registers it and signals that, look, trust this person, because this person will always put you first. This person will always consider you first. This idea that, when you put yourself first, you're being selfish. Yes, you have to strike the balance. When you put yourself first and you choose yourself, you start finding that you trust yourself, even in setbacks, even in situations that might seem challenging. You trust that you can navigate it, because putting yourself first, feeding yourself with the necessary needs that it needs, puts you up in a position to deal with life challenges and face them and trust that you can go through it, because you will see that when you've been revived, you are able to tackle issues. When you've been refreshed, when you feel like you've been fed. It's just like when you want to go to work or when you want to go to farm work and you've not eaten. You are not going to be able to do that work. But when you feel like you've been in the place of self-care, where you've been refilled, where you've been, relaxed, there's relaxation, there's a sense of tranquility. When you come out, there's this subtle energy. It's not physical energy. It's mental energy that comes in to renew you, to give back to those situations that require mental capacity. So each time you choose yourself, you are kind of sending a signal to yourself to trust yourself, because setbacks can make you distrust yourself. Because when life throws setbacks at you, can you really trust yourself that you can bounce back, or you have the knowledge to deal with that situation? Do you trust yourself? Because each time you take care of yourself, it makes you, it reveals your gray areas to you and shows you how to, pump in developmental strategies to those areas and help you deal with life challenges. That is the power of self-care. I mean, people have been ringing that bell of self-care. It's not just for the books. It's because it has an immense impact on the outcome of our general experiences in life. Let's even talk about help. I know that a lot of you struggle to receive help. I know a lot of mothers struggle to receive help. But ask yourself, if you cannot receive help with an open heart, all the helps that you've given, did you actually really give it with an open heart? Because if you want someone to receive your help, why do you think that you're not also deserving of help? Pause for a minute and think about this. Reflect on this conversation. So now let's shift to our children, because I know some of the excuses that mothers use. How are my children going to do now? I have to make sure that I do this for my children. Any small thing is because of the children. Any small thing. Because they are, truth be told, your children are watching. I've written something before and I said, I want to raise a home where my children will say, oh, look, my mother was not strong. Children are actually watching. So what happens when a child constantly sees their mother constantly sacrificing themselves without prioritizing their own self-care, never prioritizing their well-being, never putting themselves first, always drowning in guilt? You know what they learn? They learn that love means depletion. It means if you have to love somebody, it has to be taken away from, if you have to love somebody, you have to put in the work. It means depletion. It means, them losing themselves while giving love. Because that's not what love is. They learn that their needs come at a cost that is expensive to get their needs met. They have to give themselves. That taking care of yourself is something to feel ashamed for. I mean, our society has shamed us enough for for things that they're not supposed to shame us for, that you got help, that you stood up and went out to have a drink because you just had an infant yesterday, there is nothing to be shameful about it. It is because you need that breathing space outside of the house, and it is definitely okay. We need to stop shaming mothers. We need to stop feeling guilt for putting ourselves first as mothers. If you're a mother and you went out to have a drink somewhere to just relax because you had a child, or maybe you had a child 2 weeks ago and then you are just exhausted and you left the house, please don't let anybody guilt trip you. If you need to take a walk, whatever it is that you need to feel refreshed, it is okay. Here's the truth: putting yourself first is not selfish. I know that I've said this on this call for so long. It's not selfish. You are literally just protecting yourself. And definitely it teaches your children that love does not hurt, that self-worth is not conditional. It teaches them that them to deserve to take up space in this world without feeling guilty. So today, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, what's one way I can choose myself without feeling guilty? Start from there. That's your foundation. What is that way that I can make myself happy without feeling guilty? It could be stepping out for a drink when your child is still 1 week old. Whatever that is, please do it without guilt. If this message that I shared today resonates with you, I want you to give it a like, comment, let me know what your struggles are, share it with another mother. This message might just save someone. Let's break this cycle of shaming. Let's break it. If you go to the link in my description or the link in my comment, wherever you're watching this from, you'll find a link to join a peer support community for mothers. You can choose to join our parenting support community. Whichever of them that you choose, you will be receiving first-hand support on your motherhood and your parenting journey, because it's so important that peer support is available for mothers who are going through any form of guilt. You are not alone, and please do not be alone. I'll see you on the next. Bye-bye.